going. Oh, I've dropped to 39th.
Let's see.
Right.
Let's see here. Oh, no.
Says, oh, no.
Oh, no.
Don't even speak it, Berg.
I'm at a 132nd.
Well, that's pretty good.
How many people are signed in? 133.
You can, I think, if you click view overall standings, you should be able to scroll past yours. It'll take you a while to get down there, but you'll find it eventually.
Let's see. Well.
Oh, did you get in, Doug?
Neff, are you leading this deal? 23 of 31 races complete.
That seems like we got a long ways to go.
Yeah.
We might be even later tonight getting back to the ranch.
So meanwhile, back at the ranch, we're going green.
Here we go. Eaton trying to put this one in the books. 15 of 20 down, and Eaton brings them back to the green flag. Caden Stacy, the 15 car upstairs. Here comes Kidwell working up there as well. They're trying to get around Henry Chambers. You want to be in the top two of this. Kennedy is going to try to make the right-hand turn off the top, and he gets her clear, it looks like. So we're going to stay green flag racing as Dave Kennedy makes it pit side.
We whittled one more lap off the board, Brian, 4 to go. And you've got a shootout second on back. Colson Kirk at 55 is on the move on the bottom of the racetrack as Stacy takes that 15 to number 2 on the racetrack, but it is all Tim Eaton in the 2-1-1 off of turn 2 down the back straightaway with 3 to go.
Caden Stacy has had a heck of a race. Started back in that 7th spot. He's managed to get his way up into the top 2 and into a transfer or lock-in position. Tim Eaton, though, has himself about a 2-second advantage over everyone else. Here comes Chambers trying to battle it back. The 17 now right on the bumper of Stacy again as the white flag comes out. 1 lap to go for Tim Eaton.
Tim Eaton off at 2 for the final time of this feature number 2 for the USRA B Mods. Chambers and Stacy going at it on the back straightaway. But on your screen and down into your living room at home, there is your feature winner, the 2-1-1 of Tim Eaton. USRA B Mod feature number 2 winner goes to Tim Eaton. Caden Stacy second, Henry Chambers third, Colson Kirk, Tyler Kidwell, your top 5 cars. And picking up the win, there he is on the screen, the Assassin out of St. Joe, Missouri, the collision repair specialist, Napa Auto Parts of St. Joe, Lick Fork Winery glass doctor, been racing since '92 and just captured his 127th career feature win.
That's a few. That's quite a few. That's 126 more than Jeff Freevert.
126 or 127?
No, he has 126 more than Jeff Freebert, yeah. All right. And yes, Brad, that was a 24-minute and 30-second B-Mod race.
Is Brad still awake after that deal?
Yes, he is. As we get ready for feature number 3, going to start it off like this on the pole. Chris Wright from Chillicothe, Missouri, the 66X. To his outside from Fairmont, Minnesota, the 17K. That's Clay Beamer.
Shadron Turner to the inside of row 2 out of St. Joe, the 56. And Dayton Pursley out of Hermitage in the 10P.
Brian McGowan, Pittsburgh, Kansas driver, the 22M. And Brian Shaw from Brownsdale, Minnesota, the 55S, make up row number 3.
Chris Leathers, the 17L out of Excelio, Missouri. And Cody Brill out of Bates City, Missouri, car number 96 in row 4.
Dalton Ragsdale, the 22R, the 9J, Jeremiah Reed in row number 5.
Behind Maya, you got Tyler Cadwallader out of Amazonia, Missouri, the 69er. And the 19B of Trevor Fitz out of Camarillo, California.
Ooh, row 6 and 7 are tough. Row number 7 from Muskogee, Oklahoma, the 19K, that's Kyle Slater. And to his outside, had a great run last night from Sedalia, Missouri, the 90 car, that's Terry Schultz.
Fanshawe, Oklahoma's Cody King in the 510. Inside row 8, the 47, Tyson Lanferman out of Atchison, Kansas. This is your parade lap race, fans. Everybody up, make a little noise. It is feature time number 3 for your USRA B Mod.
Ty Hollingsworth in the 53H and the 32N. Lane Newman make up row number 9.
Dan Hovden, Heavy D in the 10th row in car number 16D. And the 55J of Jeremy Short out of Peculiar.
Troy Hovey in the J5. Shane Paxton in the 18P.
Ty O'Neill's out there, the 44. 28's Wesley Briggs, Jerry Ellis in the 24, Logan Smith, the 11, Bryce Gottschall in the 46, and here we go, showtime at the Diamond and Dirt Tracks.
Oh, look at that run Shadron Turner got on the inside. Clay Beamer getting shuffled to the back. Shadron Turner going to go up front. Everybody makes it through 1 and 2 unscathed as we work down the back, shooting to turn number 3. Dayton Pursley, the 10 car, now right behind Turner, and here comes the 66, Chris Wright on the outside. This thing gonna heat up. There's some heavy hitters throughout the field in this one, so keep your eyes on this.
Oh man, Chris Wright dialing long distance on the top of the racetrack. The 66 pounded it up there. Look at that shot from the infield through 3 and 4. And there they are on screen, 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. The 22 car, Brian McGowan, rides in the 4th position, and things heating up, and he's sideways in front of the field.
Oh, no!
Chris Wright. Jeremiah Reed gets her woed up.
Well, everybody...
The 69er make contact?
He did. Right rear of the 69er of Tyler Cadwalder.
Ugh.
And you can see he's either got a left rear flat tire or rear suspension damage on the 69er. And, well, you can't see it right now. He's going to need a lift from the rear end, it looks like. FK Rod Ends replay coming at you right now. And it looks to be Chris Wright on the top side. Just gets that right rear over the cushion a little bit. Steps her out and...
Oh, man, Brill, how? How did Brill make it by?
I cannot tell you, but he did.
You know, it's a tough break for Cadwalader, but everybody else somehow avoided that.
Yeah, it's pretty impressive that they did.
Yeah, and Chesty, you're right. Good-looking race car. The 69er, a Cadwalader out of Amazonia, Missouri. Ideal Crane, Split-Foot Cornhead. Mark Euland Holland, Tri-Rivers Enterprises, car number 69er. Allen Motorsports, Mid-State Machine.
Oh, here we got another view coming up. FK Rod Ends replay. Thanks for Racing Dirt for dialing that up. Here we go. Whoop! The old Chris Berman. And there you see Caldwalder get...
Jeremiah Reed got her woed up, but he left the driver door wide open to the field. Luckily, nobody made contact with the 9J. There's your race leader on screen. This 56 of Shadron Turner. Turner out of St. Joe, Missouri, 32 years old. The 54 Street Grill and Bar. J2 KSE power between the frame rails of the 56.
And he is currently 14 points behind Joe Chisholm in the USRA National Point Race. Turner right on the toes of Joe Chisholm.
18 wins in 2023 for Shadron Turner.
It shows 24 wins. I think you might be on 22 stats, Berg. 24 wins.
I was shortchanging him.
You were shortchanging him.
Oh, look at this. Shane's going to dial it up. Here we go. 55 nights out, 25 wins, 42 of those times he was in the top 5. 50 top 10s for Shadron Turner.
So USRA national points are based off your 20 best nights. So how do you improve on 25 wins? Yeah, exactly.
This is scientist, upper level math type. You know,
a learned doctor like yourself.
No, way above that. You're needing physicists and some high level people to do the math on this deal.
You would have had, yes, exactly.
Oh, another chess club reference. Chesty's blushing.
I'm not ashamed.
He's not ashamed.
Hey, look at this.
What are we looking at?
Cadwalder is back on the track. Did we let him come back out? He did have a flat, yes.
He had a right rear down.
Left rear, I believe. I was looking at it as he was sitting on the backstretch.
How many lake waters you had?
1.
Lights are down. That explains it.
Yeah.
I remember my first lake water.
Yeah, I just bought it for you earlier. That's why you remember it. You tight wad.
Shadron, I tried to pay. The 20 was out. Shadron Turner will steer him down the banking. Green flag is out. We are back underway.
Fun stuff here. Shadron Turner digging down into turn number 1 off 2 down the back chute.
Good battle shaping up all over the racetrack. Turner on the bottom. He'll drift up the banking. He's got some heavy hitters right behind as they race into turn number 1. Brian McCowan of the 22 cars advanced to the number 2 spot. Dayton Pursley in that 10 car rides in 3rd. Good battle. Look at that shot on your screen at home. About 10 cars vying for the same piece of real estate down into turn 1. Good battle for 3rd off of 2.
Cody Brill, that 96 car, has had a good week so far. He's trying to make his way through. The other one, Trevor Fitz, that 18B.
Got a car around over in turn 1. Brian's facing the wrong direction.
That is the 11 machine. Logan Smith, I believe, the 11L. And there we got a good shot of the 11L. Logan Smith, El Dorado Springs, Missouri driver. Was that a little bit of how do you do there? He stopped over and maybe said or gestured toward the 28. But right now, your 3rd and final USRA B Mod feature on the track. Shadron Turner, the race leader. Brian McGowan, the 22M, going to be scored in that 2nd spot. Dayton Pursley, Dalton Ragsdale, Brian Shaw, Trevor Fitz, Cody Brill, Terry Schultz, Cody King, and Kyle Slater, the top 10 currently on the track. We are 4 of 20 laps into this one. Shadron Turner going to hammer down, bring them back to the green flag.
Things tighten it up on the restart off of 4. McGowan going to go to the top of the speedway as the 10 of Dayton Pursley to the bottom. Now he'll drift high 3 wide on the back straightaway.
Ragsdale working the bottom, the 22R, getting down by that concrete. Might have even hit it and pushed him up the track a bit. Sparks flying, the 22's battling it out for that 3rd and 4th position. Look at Brill going around the top side. The 96, I talked about both of those guys. The 96 of Cody Brill, Trevor Fitz, and the 18B. They're trying to forge their way through the pack. They started a little bit deeper in the field.
Where'd Brill start? He started outside row 4, I guess.
Yeah, but Fitz started 12th in that 18. Now he's worked his way.
Where'd Hubden start?
Hubden started right behind them.
He started 19th.
Yeah.
I think he's in the top 10 now.
Yeah.
So
some big
movers and shakers. Cadwalder's came clear from the back. He's already passed probably 10 cars on the speedway, I'm going to guess. So good battles all over the speedway, wherever you're watching, as they race off of 2. Look at that shot from the infield. That is a race for 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. You got Ragsdale on the bottom. The 10 car Pursley up high. Now over the cushion and on the shelf goes the 22 of Brian McGowan. He'll lose about 4 spots and all kinds of track position.
There's some big movers and shakers out there. Goschel in the 46, he's up 10 spots. Trevor Fitz and Dan Hovden, as well as Troy Hovey, up 8. Some big movers and shakers, so keep your eyes back further through the pack as Turner riding all alone in style out front.
And the caution comes out. You got a car spilled on the front straightaway. That is the 4G machine.
I couldn't even see it. Shane's ginormous monitor was blocking that entire car.
No complaints here, Shane.
No. We're just giving you a little tease. Yeah, that's what I said. He is your highest Goschel positions gained. He was the highest positions gained. We'll re-filter the My Race Pass app.
Goschel's got that car for sale. 4G machine going to tag the tail. Delaware double file restarts. 9 lap down, 11 to go.
That's a 6, Berg. That's the 46.
That would explain why we couldn't find the G, right?
Well, I tell you, farmers, doctors, it's called reading, left to right, top to bottom. Yeah, chess masters. Well, that was funny, Berg.
Caution lights go down on the speedway. Shadron Turner out of St. Joe going to bring him down the banking. And we are green on feature number 3. Got another car around at the bottom of turn 4, the 55. We'll keep going.
Turner under attack a little bit here. Dalton Ragsdale putting up a good fight in that 22 car.
Ragsdale's got his preferred line on the bottom, and he's going to look to the lead to the bottom of turn 1 and 2. Can't find the momentum off, but he is right in the tracks, hot on the heels of Turner, stalking the rear of that 56 car. As those two work on the bottom side, here comes Brill, the 96 to the top, and he's into the top 4.
Top 4 works, but you want to get in the top 2, and here comes Ragsdale trying to take a peek to the inside of Turner. Keep your eyes on Pursley in that 3rd spot as he is gaining some ground on the 2 race leaders. They're both battling downstairs. They have no idea what's coming along on the top side. Dayton Pursley might have the best seat in the house.
Ragsdale's got to run, Denny. Here he goes to the bottom. Off of 2, you got a drag race on the back straightaway for the lead. I see Ellis spinning through the infield. Hopefully he's clear, but we got a lead change in 3 and 4. Side by side, they'll touch off of turn 4. Turner back to the lead.
Boy, that one there, 5/1000ths of a second at the line. Shadron Turner had the advantage, and the caution comes out.
Oh my goodness, those two crossing each other over turn after turn. And Dalton Ragsdale, 22 car's been on the move, quick on the bottom, and he's able to hook the bottom and keep it down there.
I'm
busy. You're busy, yes. You've said it well.
Well,
13 laps down, 7 to go, Brian. Welcome back. Shadron Turner down the banking at Lucas Oil Speedway to the green flag. Everybody vying for top 2. The top 2 finishing positions lock in for Saturday night. Here comes Ragsdale again to the bottom, down into turn 3, Brian.
look at that. What a run on Ragsdale. Oh, Turner just gets by on the outside. Here comes the 10 car Pursley right on the bumper of the front 2 cars. Now Turner going to go right through the meat of the corner. Pursley upstairs. You got Shadron Turner now pulling ahead of Ragsdale just by a hair.
Ragsdale's really good getting down and keeps it pegged on the bottom. Shadron Turner's really strong, goes to the center of the turn.
Here
As you mentioned, Terry Schultz is flying. The 90 car into 4th. He started, what, 12th?
He started 14th, Terry Schultz in the 90 into the top 4. Kyle Slater back there as well. He started in the 13th position, and he's trying to eke his way. He does get into the top 5. I told you early on that those guys deep in the field were going to have a chance at it, and by gosh, they sure do.
Ragsdale gets him. Turner shot to the shorts as Ragsdale takes the lead, and you got to be kidding, a caution.
You got to be kidding. The top of turn 3 and 4. The 32, Lane New from Rogersville, Missouri, I believe is who that is. All right. Let's try this again, Berg. Things were just getting good. We have 4 to go. Those 2 drivers, and they find themselves sitting in the 4th and the 5th position.
Well, one thing has changed. Ragsdale is out on top now, steering the ship down the back straightaway. He's the captain. 22 car.
Dad's the captain.
That's true.
All right. Oh, what a start by Ragsdale.
Kyle Slater, look at that start from the 19.
He's trying to work down to the inside of Dayton Pursley. Pursley scoots up a little bit too high. Schultz is going to slide by Turner. Here comes the 96 of Brill as well. Pursley upstairs. Schultz trying to make it 3 wide.
4 wide.
4 wide now.
Chadwick Turner like a redo on the restart. That did not go his way. As Ragsdale out on top, Kyle Slater to the bottom. And you got a shootout for the number 2 position down the back straightaway. Top 2 cars lock in for Saturday night. Who's it going to be? Ragsdale, 2 laps to go.
Oh, the race down to the line. Pursley edges out Slater that time by with 2 to go. All important position. That is the one that is either going to get you in the dance or going to have you work some more tomorrow night. White flag going to come out this time by the line. Dalton Ragsdale going to be shown the white flag. Keep your eyes back here on the race between Pursley and Slater.
Wow, Pursley barely a nose at the line. And this one's the one that's going to count. Where are we going to see in the final 2 left-hand turns? Ragsdale's going to get the win. And the second and final qualifier's going to be at the line. Give it to Pursley in the 10.
Wow.
Kyle Slater, Terry Schultz, 3rd and 4th. Cody Brill, 5th. Shadron Turner, Brian McGowan, Trevor Fitz, Cody King, Tyler Cadwallader, all the way from the tail to 10th. And picking up the win, how about it, for the 22R of Dalton Ragsdale.
So with 92 entries for the Ozark Golf Cars USRA B Mods, now 12 have already been finalized for the main event coming up on Saturday. Tomorrow, another round of heat races will determine the final 6 that get locked in. And now we'll turn our attention to the modifieds for the United States Racing Association. Starting grid shapes up like this for the 42 entries that are here 20 times around. Tyler Wolf with 10 wins on the season out of Fayetteville, Arkansas, gave up his guaranteed spot to try to improve it after a 3rd place finish yesterday. May serve him well tonight as he will be on the pole. Chad Clancy on his outside out of Polo in the 21C.
Rolling off from the inside of row number 2 out of Urbana, Missouri, the 1X. It's Dylan McCowan, a former track champion here at the Lucas Oil Speedway. To his outside from Grand Saline, Texas, the 64 is Casey Fowler.
The voice you hear, by the way, Eric Chesterman, voice of the United States Modified Touring Series, jumping in for the mods tonight. Row 3, Dustin Brown from Clear Lake, Iowa, will start to the inside. And then Terry Phillips won his last outing. He's got 3 victories on the season. He won to finish up the month of September at Springfield. That's where he calls home in the number 75.
Inside of row number 4 out of Trenton, Missouri, a regular at the I-35 Speedway. Car number 92 is Tyler Grooms, and to his outside from Chinook, Kansas. Car number 9, this is Kenton Allen.
Alex Williamson knows all about a big payday. He won $10K and a USMTS win earlier in his career out of Rushford, Minnesota in the 15W, and David Tanner will start in 10th from Wichita Falls, Texas.
This year's Humboldt Speedway track champion out of Chinook, Kansas. The 127 is Peyton Phillips, and to his outside from Bates City, Missouri, the 73B is Shad Batter.
Roy Long's out of Stillwell, Oklahoma in the number 17. He will start inside row number 7, and the 9-time champ from Omega, Kansas in the 24C, that's Brandon Conkright.
Coachella, California's Randy Brown in the 16B rolls off on the inside of row number 8 to his outside from Chillicothe, Missouri. The number 12 is Andrew Thomas.
In row at number 9, Jory Stotts is out of Gilman City, Missouri in the 12 junior. He's a 14-time top 10 finisher on the season. Still looking for his first career victory. He starts inside row 9 with Tyler Worley on his outside in the 66.
Inside of row 10 from Hermitage, Missouri. The number 19 is Tanner Cade. His outside the 117 is Matt Menzie.
And Sam Osman will round out the field of 21 to start our first feature for the USRA Modifieds. And an interesting story, Eric, with Tyler Wolf. He chose to give up his guaranteed locked-in spot for Saturday. He finished third in his feature. He said, you know what, I don't think I want to start back in row 3 of the feature and the main event. I want to take a chance to improve it, and I think after the run that he had in his heat race, he had a good pill pull to be able to start up front. Now it's earned him a top row spot, and as long as he can stay there, he has already jumped up 2 rows for the feature coming up on Saturday.
Well, this is the second time this year that he's made this same play. He did it at the 25th anniversary event at the Mason City Motor Speedway during the USMTS event up there as well. So Tyler Wolf, no stranger to gambling on himself. Very confident driver behind the wheel of the Lobo Racing Army Contractors 4W. Been about as fast as anybody this year on the United States Modified Touring Series Trail. Both the heat races he's run here this weekend, absolutely annihilating the field. We'll see what he can do from the front row here tonight.
He won the Diamond Nationals weekend back here in 2016. He won the USRA Nationals last year, and at one point in time, we had an unofficial percentage going for him. His win rate at Lucas Oil Speedway was right at 40%. So his odds of winning here pretty good. You got to look in his rearview mirror, though. Whenever you see Dylan McCowan and Matt Johnson's ride in the 1X, that's going to be one of the top shoes with Terry Phillips outside row number 3. Got to be looking at all those cars with a chance to win. And the whole shot claimed by Tyler Wolf in a big margin on the drop of the green, out by 4 car lengths already.
Off to the races we are, no doubt. Tyler Wolf, your early leader down the back straightaway, immediately 3 wide for the 4 spot. Terry Phillips going to drop to the bottom of the racetrack, takes over that spot at the end of turn 4. Tyler Wolf leads lap 1.
Had an event here earlier on this year where Terry Phillips came in, and it was not a USMTS show. They were off that weekend, decided he would make the trip over here to Lucas Oil Speedway. Carlos Amata Jr. came in that weekend as well, Trevor Hughes. And Terry Phillips broke early in the race. He only completed a couple of laps, just had a very, very poor outing. You got to think the Springfield native and Kansas City Chief fan would love to get a little bit of vengeance after the poor outing that he had last time he was here.
Yeah, and they're very evident, his Kansas City Chiefs fandom with the wrap on that car. Good battle for second right now between Dylan McCowan and Chad Clancy. Clancy going to give up the second spot as McCowan in Matt Johnson's 1X. Johnson, no stranger himself to victory lane here at the Lucas Oil Speedway. Put Dylan McCowan in the car this weekend, and McCowan chasing the 4W.
And whenever Dylan McCowan decided he would go late model racing this year as the Boone's Barbecue caution comes out,
Whoa.
and now we see why. A stopped car right on the exit of turn number 4. That is the 12 junior of Jory Stotts, if I'm not mistaken. That brings out the caution. When Dylan made the jump up to the late model ranks, he got a new sponsorship, got a new car, and Matt Johnson, who used to run in the MLRA, decided just a couple of weeks ago that he would come back out for the Fall Nationals, the Ron Jenkins Memorial, that is. And he used the backup car to Dylan McCowan. Matt Johnson beat him in Dylan's backup car, so I guess to return the favor, he's like, you know what? Why don't you just go ahead and take my modified for USRA Nationals weekend?
Yeah, that whenever you beat Dylan McCowan here at the Lucas Oil Speedway, that is an accomplishment in and of itself. When you do it in his own equipment, you probably ought to return that favor.
And those two, I think it's a great rivalry that they have, and I use rivalry in the very loosest of terms. It seemed like in the big shows, the big events over the last few years, they would finish 1-2, not necessarily in the same order every single time. So they've got a great relationship working, and right now Tyler Wolf has got things locked and loaded. 3 laps down, 17 to go. He's led all of them so far. after starting on the pole, but after the restart, Dylan McCowan now right on his back bumper as they shoot off at turn 2.
Chad Clancy going to challenge to the right side of the 1X, back into turns 3 and 4. McCowan will select the bottom part of the racetrack, patiently following that 4W. Clancy trying to find a way back around the outside of Dylan McCowan.
Chad Clancy, Mr. Smooth, a 6-time winner this year. He topped the podium 4 times at I-35. He also won over at Lakeside, picked up a victory at US 36. This is for the 2014 USRA B Mod National Champion. He also won the championship at US 36 this season.
Let's take a look at the 15W of Alex Williamson. Right now currently rides in the 5 spot. Into turns 1 and 2, Williamson, an early mover, started at 9th on the grid, works in 5th, right behind the 75 of Terry Phillips. Phillips about 4 car lengths out in front of the 15W. Williamson announcing a little bit earlier this season he's going to tackle the USMTS Tour full-time next year. Hasn't raced outside of the northern part of the country a whole lot. Having some success here tonight at Lucas Oil Speedway.
Well, yeah, I mentioned in the introduction he won a $10,000 race at Ogilvie in the USMTS sanctioned event as the 117 brings out a caution.
117 of Matt Menzie with problems on that race car.
Late entry for the driver that competed at Dallas County Speedway, picked up a victory there in a Midwest mod just a few years ago. Matt Menzie making the jump up to running more higher horsepower modifieds.
Jumping back to that conversation we were having about Alex Williamson, though, anytime you talk about the 15W, you think of racetracks like Deer Creek, Mississippi Thunder, Mason City Motor Speedway, Ogilvie. Those are the tracks where he's really, really good at and always factors in whenever the USMTS is in town. Now going to finally pull the trigger and tackle that USMTS Tour full time.
Alex Williamson won at Mason City this year back in May, picked up a victory a season ago at Eagle Valley, a 4-time winner back in 2021. The veteran that started racing back in 2008. KS Power Plant SSR chassis. Right in front of him is Terry Phillips. So your top 5, Tyler Wolf, Dylan McCowan, Chad Clancy, Terry Phillips, and Alex Williamson. Again, the top 3 will move on, get locked in for the middle row of the main event coming up on Saturday. Everybody that picked up their locked-in spots last night will be on the inside to start on Saturday.
Just outside of the top 5, Kenton Allen in the Sonic Racing at number 9. Going to refire in the 6th spot. That kid's had a short turnaround last weekend. He was in a Hughes chassis, the family owned at number 98. Rolled over at 81 Speedway, got the Bills Built number 9 back out. Put it together in 2 days and still made it here to the USRA Nationals. 1 spot outside of the top 5. Look for Kenton Allen to be aggressive here on this restart.
Hollywood looking for Rookie of the Year honors in the United States Racing Association with 10 top 5s. Locked and loaded, ready to roll. They see the orange cone that's been moved in further than what it was. Used to be a little closer to the track, but that means it's go time. And Tyler Wolf shoots out to another early lead as Chad Clancy now side by side with Dylan McCowan.
It's go time, and Tyler Wolf wasted no time. Clancy trying to take the battle back to the 1X once again. McCowan better off the bottom of the speedway. Now behind him, Williamson trying to do battle with the 75 of Phillips as we got problems on the front straightaway for the 64. I believe that's Casey Fowler out of Grand Saline, Texas.
Yeah, he will spin. He's off the surface. We stay green as he keeps it under power, moves it a little further in to get out of the racing groove. Another look at Williamson high off the turf over in turn at number 4. He's going to rim ride around the top of 1 and 2 as well. He's finding some traction, and as he comes off of 2, you see that lead that Terry Phillips has over him get smaller and smaller. 2 distinctly different lines, Eric, between one end of the track and the other. He goes topside over in 1 and 2, hugs the bottom in 3 and 4.
Yeah, Williamson, usually a guy that finds the top side of the racetrack. Back home, wherever he's at, if there's anything around the top side of the speedway, you can usually find the Iceman Williamson up top. High, wide, and handsome now. Whoa, jams the brakes. Got to the left rear quarter panel of the 75 of Phillips. Phillips came down.